Yo, what it do? What it do? Welcome to Healthy Don't Hurt. My name is E-Man back with fire, another fire live stream. As you can see, things are a little bit different here today. We running a little bit different. We in the studio today. It's been a while since I could do this. I've been looking forward to it, man. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? I know you guys see the title of the video. Don't crucify me too hard. All right, don't beat me up too bad, y'all. But yeah, man, we about to hit 4K subscribers. So your boy was like, might as well go live, which I appreciate you guys too, man. Lots of hard work had went into this channel. It was a really great learning experience. It took lots of hard work, but we finally hit 4K subs. So shout out to you guys. Thank you to everybody. Thank you to everybody that viewed my channel. Thank you to everybody that's liked, subscribed, the people that supported me, and even the haters. I know one thing that I love about doing YouTube is trash talking the haters. Because, people will come up here on YouTube, and they'll try to derail your live, derail your channel, and you got to know how to like include them into your live streams, bro, because people be scared to come up here. I'm not gonna lie. People be mad scared to do lives. We're gonna get into this topic here in a moment. I'm gonna just sit here and rap with y'all. But yeah, man, people be afraid to do live streams because they can't really take like people roasting them. You know what I'm saying? People cracking jokes. It just be too much for them. The pressure is just far too much, and some people don't have thick skin. But I learned with practice, this is pretty easy. It's really fun, and man, it's real cool to interact with people that view me too, which I really appreciate because I like reading the comments. People be scared. I ain't never scared. People be afraid to read the comments or to like interact with like their viewers or people on YouTube. If you guys look at other people's live streams, they rarely ever interact with their chat. I don't mind, man. But yeah, how y'all doing today, bro? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful week. If this isn't the cleanest here today, I do apologize. I am still learning how to do this myself on my computer. So this is like it's the first official test run. You know what I'm saying? So hopefully this goes well. But yeah, all right. So we can get into this topic here. And we might even end up just BSing later on here shortly. But yeah, man, like I was sitting here wondering, like people are crashing out all over the internet about, Trump winning the presidency, which for me it's really not that big of a deal. Because in my personal opinion, like if you were fucked up before Trump in office, if you were fucked up before Trump was in office, you're gonna be fucked up after. It's same thing if Kamala were to win. Like, if you were gonna be fucked up before Kamala won, you're gonna be fucked up after. Like, these politicians really can't save you. I mean, they can help you like a little bit, but it's not gonna like make or break you. And a lot of people, they be looking at these people like they're like their savior. It's kind of sad. I'm gonna be honest with you, but regardless of who's in office, I'm gonna go get it. I'm gonna get me my money. I'm gonna try to build a really good future. Try to build my YouTube channel, build a business, and live what I think is the American dream. The healthy way. You feel me? The healthy way. But yeah, man, people are crashing out. We're gonna get into this here. Just gotta find a way to pull up my chat. If y'all seen what If you guys seen what my YouTube dashboard looks like on my computer, y'all would be like, geez, Louise. Give me one moment here, y'all, and then we'll get cooking. Give me 1 second. And feel free to let me know what y'all opinion is, too, by the way. All right, there we go. All right, we're solid now. Sweet. All right, so yeah, man. People out here crashing out as they normally do. People are having full-blown meltdowns. It's starting to simmer down. I'm starting to see that protests are starting to occur across the country. Like in New York City, they shut the whole block down, which is nuts. I don't understand why people I really don't understand why people choose to protest when somebody wins an election. It's not going to get reversed just because you're in the streets protesting. You know, it's really not going to change anything. Um, but you know, it is what it is. Like, you know, I'm not like a Trump supporter. I'm not a Kamala supporter. I'm a me supporter, right? So I always go, it's in my best interest. Like, I will never vote against my own personal interest for me to improve and to sustain like financial security, opportunity for growth and mobility upwards, you know, longevity. Once I acquire, you know, certain assets, or once I get enough money, I want to be able to keep it, protect it. I don't want the value of my money going down or the value of my property go down. A lot of this is based on how the economy is doing, but I want to stay going up, right? A lot of people are so loyal to these politicians. They could care less what they got going on. You know, they could be giving you a shit sandwich and they'll be like, "Yup, you still got my vote. I'm still a Bob supporter. I'm still a Kamala supporter. I'm still a Trump supporter," even though they're giving you a shit sandwich. You know, like, even if I was the biggest Trump fan in the world, like I said, I'm a me supporter. I'm not a Trump supporter or Kamala supporter. But if I was, right? If I was a Trump supporter, and let's say I love Donald Trump, I was Donald Trump's number one fan. If he hands me a shit sandwich and I'm still his number one fan and I'm his biggest supporter, he hands me a shit sandwich and I still continue to support him, then that's nuts. You know, it's crazy. It's crazy. But yeah, man, the world's falling apart. People are crashing out. People crying on camera. Pretty entertaining. It's sad. That's what it is. It's not entertaining. I take that back. This is kind of sad because people shouldn't be flipping out to this degree. You know, I don't think it's normal. Um, I've even seen like, you know, I've even seen posts like on the news trying to give people like anxiety relief and anxiety management tips because of this election. I don't think it's that big of a deal. You know, like, I wonder if people have ever lost anything in their life. Like, lost a loved one, lost a job, lost your dog, lost your girl, lost your wife. Like, have you ever lost anything? Because people that have lost things, they don't act this way. You know, like, yeah, it's tough. It's hard to get past. It's hard to get over. But you're not going to be crashing out just screaming in public. You know what I'm saying? There's a certain way that you got to handle this. So, you know, on one end, I think it's crazy that they're showing, you know, anxiety relief from the election or trying to help people with their mental problems that were a result of this election. I think that's crazy, but it's also just as crazy as that people are taking it this far. So people are like taking it this far to heart. So obviously, you know, the information about the anxiety relief is for a reason. People got issues. But yeah, anyway, now that we're cooking, man, feel free to say what's up in the chat. We're about to watch. We're about to pull up something. A couple things here for you guys. Sorry if this is not the smoothest. Your boy's learning. All right, this is my first test run. Normally my live streams are just done in my car, so it does feel good to like be able to pull up stuff for me to be sitting down instead of standing up, and to also let like the media do the work. You know, um, people don't really realize how like difficult it is um, to have all of this going on and you have to talk. Like, it's not that easy. You feel me? It's not that easy. Give me one moment here, guys. Yo, boy, struggling. Let's see. There we go. Gonna put this on the top. They do not make it easy. Holy crap. Let me know if you guys have any questions here also. I'm not shocked though that people reacted the way that they did. I'm going to be honest with you. the average person like the average person is not doing too good upstairs, and it's kind of sad. I think this election was a direct result of that. Like, a lot of people are battling issues, you know, at home, at work, financial issues, family issues. Like, a lot of people have a lot of things going on. And I think that, you know, they just weren't ready for this election and everything that comes with it. The media for this was like nothing I've ever seen in my life. Like, I wish I was joking. Like, the media for this was absolutely insane. Like, you couldn't escape it on social media, on the TV, the radio. You know, it's on podcasts. It's everywhere. So it's really hard for you to escape. And it's not necessarily the most positive message they're giving us when they talk about this election. Lots of mudslinging, lots of, telling people we're fighting for our democracy, all that crap, scare tactics, right? And that's why I think scare tactics in elections, should be illegal because it heightens people's paranoia, their anxiety. They're more easily triggered to do something stupid. So bad things can happen as a result. But yeah, let's knock out this article real quick. I'm gonna talk to you guys about this because I seen this on CNN. So we got a funny article and then we have a funny video here. This is just like we're just analyzing like how the media is responding. I think that's pretty interesting because they're trying to like it's not mind control because that would be like crazy talk, but they're trying to like change the way that we are feeling and reacting to this entire situation. And I think it's interesting. And I'm not saying that you got to agree with me or you've got to agree with this media source or any media source. Form your own opinion. That's what I'm really about. I'm really about just being observant, being aware of like risk assessment and doing what's best in your own interest. I really can't stress that enough here, guys. But yeah, let's get popping. Let's see what's up. Give me one moment. There we go. Your boy, nice. All right, so it states the following. Trump is already wielding power and causing massive disruption. President-elect Donald Trump is already flexing raw power. Yeah. Like, how do they come up with like these slogans and these buzzwords for these articles? I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. If I won the president of the United States and I was the most powerful man in the world, I'm flexing my power too. I'm flexing a little bit more than some power. But anyway. But yes, President Donald Trump is already flexing raw power, showing he may try to subvert Washington checks and balances and leaving foreign leaders scrambling to come to terms with his victory. Early signs from Mar-a-Lago, the Florida club and estate where Trump is building his new administration, suggest that when he moves back into the White House in January, bolstered by a thumping win and a Democratic mandate, he will act with maximum force. I mean, I'm just going to pause here for a second. Don't you kind of have to move with maximum force? Like if you win the president, if you're the president and the last person that took over does everything the exact opposite of what you're about to do, doesn't it have to be aggressive for things to be change? You can't passively change things. You gotta toss that mofo upside down, rip the Band-Aid off for the entire country. But yeah, anyway, back to the article. Trump has already taken to social media issue orders to Senate Republicans running in this week's majority leader election to endorse recess appointments for his cabinet nominees. And all three candidates quickly signaled they're open to the idea. He's showing his plans to rule a GOP monopoly on power. If Republicans win control of the House, which CNN has not projected yet, which we all know they're probably going to do, with unchallenged authority, he sees Congress as a rubber stamp rather than a separate co-equal branch of government. In a move that recalled the late night drama of his first term, Trump posted on Truth Social shortly before midnight that he had named Tom Homan, the former acting director of Immigration and Customs Enforcement, and as an advocate of Trump's plans for mass deportations as border Caesar. Homan argued in a recent CBS 60 Minutes interview that families could be deported together, but ruled out mass sweeps of neighborhoods or concentration camps. Wow. Okay, let's take a pause here. I think this is kind of a hit below the belt because, there's no way that you can. It's really hard to nicely and gently move people that aren't supposed to be in your country out of it. That's kind of strange to me. Like, I don't know what homeboy is expecting. Or homegirl, whoever wrote this. I don't know what they're expecting, when you're moving people that don't want to be moved into a separate facility, because when you're gathering, illegal immigrants, you have to take them somewhere, right? They have got to be processed, temporarily stored, not that storing humans is okay, but we got to put them somewhere, even jail. We store them in jails. We store them in prisons, right? When you when you do something illegal, there's punishment with it. We can't just let you be free. You came in this country and you're not supposed to be there. Like, so of course we've got to put you in some sort of, I wouldn't say camp, but some sort of like shelter, some type of immigrant shelter where you can't leave. The hot food, running water, plumbing. It won't be like jail. You have therapists. We'll give you mental help, documents. We'll try to help you to make sure that when you go back to Mexico, you're comfortable, and informed about our process of immigration. We can't just let you do what you want. We can't just let you do what you want. It's kind of messed up, in my opinion, for them to say that this would be some form of concentration camp. To be real with you. But anyway, yeah, back to the article. His selection is likely to bolster concerns of Trump's opponents about the former president's hardline intentions, but the president-elect made no secret of his plans on the campaign trail, and his policies will reflect the desire of millions of voters and his governing majority for a wide-ranging shakeup of Americans' direction at home and abroad. For instance, Trump's decisions herald a new administration infused by outsider populism rather than conventional power brokers. He, for example, ruled out the cabinet's post for Mike Pompeo and Nikki Haley, who both had a top foreign policy spots last time around. On Sunday, he offered the job of U.S. ambassador to the United Nations to New York Rep. Eli Stefanik. Two sources familiar told CNN in its conclusion of billionaire tech visionary and rebel rouser Elon Musk on a call with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky, a privilege normally reserved for senior foreign policy aides, showed how Trump's unorthodoxy will challenge every governing convention. I'm just gonna take a pause here, for a moment here, guys. Because y'all know your boy really like Floyd Mayweather. Thanks for being patient. Okay, they tearing me up with these words. That is kind of strange though, because why would Elon Musk be on a phone call with the president of the Ukraine along with Donald Trump? I'm assuming that Elon Musk is going to help the Ukraine get Starlink. I'm not sure if you guys know this. Starlink is actually owned by Elon Musk. So pretty much what Starlink is it's a company that gives internet access, like kind of like Wi-Fi, but it's through satellites. So instead of it being through like your router or your modem at the house, it's pretty much just done through a satellite. And even if you're outside, if you're in the mountains, you could be anywhere and you could still get Wi-Fi through Starlink, through Elon Musk's company. So I think this is actually a smart idea, even though he's kind of getting bashed for it. I think this is a great idea. I don't see anything wrong with it. But yeah, back to the article. Long-term implications of Trump's triumph were sinking in. Speculation about the future Supreme Court positions and potential retirements is highlighting the next president's potential to extend the dominance of the ultra-conservative majority he built into the middle of the century. That's a little dark. I wouldn't say he did all that, but back to the article. Federal workers are now dreading an expected purge of career bureaucrats by Trump, alias keen to install political appointees who will not hesitate to carry out orders that could shred the regulatory state and central government authority. And CNN reported last week on discussions in the Pentagon about how the military would respond to any order to deploy against the Americans, following Trump's warnings as a candidate that he could shatter taboos on the use of force on U.S. soil. And another question is taking an added urgency. How far will Trump go in exacting the revenge he promised against his political opponents following the impeachments, indictments, and one conviction on which he anchored his campaign? Cabinet nominations expected in the day ahead, including for Attorney General, will shed the light on the depth on his thirst for retribution. I mean, I'm going to be real with you. If they kind of bent the rules on policies to make you, get indicted, like you're a rapper, wouldn't you be trying to get your get back too? Everybody talking trash. Imagine, bro, everybody's talking trash. You in court getting embarrassed in front of the world. We've never even seen a former president get a felony. And he got 34 slapped against him. It's kind of nuts. And imagine you beat all of these cases, you run, everyone tells you you're going to lose, and you win. Wouldn't you be popping your shit? Wouldn't you be trash talking? Wouldn't you have your chin up high, chest out? I'm just saying. I'm not Trump's number one D rider or nothing. I'm just saying, bro, what he did was kind of crazy. you know. But yeah, back to the article. Let's get into it. Let's see. Democrats are meanwhile coming to terms with the massive fallout of their failure to stop Trump's return to power, even as they dissolve into self recriminalization. Jesus. Even even as they dissolve into self-recrimination, they lack a clear leader to revive their message or a platform of power if Republicans retain control of the House. This will only strengthen Trump's hands in the weeks ahead. Overseas, Trump's victory is forcing a massive geopolitical reassessment from Europe and Taiwan to Iran and Russia. Foreign leaders are gaining on how to deal with the unpredictability of Trump's return. Some are racing to flatter the president-elect, and others are bracing for his wrath. I'm gonna take a pause here for a moment, guys. I'm gonna be real with you, right? I'm gonna keep it 100. Don't you want like other leaders of other countries like being a little nervous? Like, wouldn't you want them to be, shuffling around in their seats, a little sweaty, loosening up their collar and their tie, checking to make sure that their T's are crossed and their I's are dotted? Wouldn't you want them to come correct and for them to have like, a lot of respect on your name and a little bit of fear as a country leader, because that's respect. They might not like you. They might trash talk you, but they gotta respect you. I'm just saying. Everybody trying to be liked too much. Everybody be trying to be liked by too much, Everybody wants to be liked by everybody. I don't want to be liked by everybody. I'm gonna be real. Everybody to like me. I'm just being real. But yeah, back to the article here, guys. Jesus, this is super long. I picked the wrong article today, but thanks for hanging in there with me. Overseas, Trump's victory is forcing, we already read that, my bad. A growing sense of frantic reordering and recalculation inside the United States and abroad underscores how Trump's return to office will make him more powerful than ever. With the advantage of his fewer restraints, his march to a victory is in all 7 battleground states. He won Arizona, according to a CNN trajectory on Saturday, offers him popular legitimacy, and his historic achievement of becoming only the second president to win a non-consecutive term means he's now a historic figure and not just an aberration. The new Washington's reality will now be on display on Wednesday when Trump returns to the White House to have lunch with the President Joe Biden, who vanquished him in 2020, but whose power ebbs by the hour as Trump establishes his own. Alrighty, guys, I'm not going to sit here and bore you guys. Let's see what this is. Let's check this out.
Valia Harkonnen, you are the strongest among
us. Ads suck.
Without spice, the great houses would feed me to the world.
We're going to have to dog this out, y'all. My bad. We got a little ad action going. It is what it is. We're just going to wait. Wait. There we go. Come on.
And associates, you and your colleagues wrote that Trump's doing what he tends to do. He calls around to friends and associates, asks them who he thinks they should pick for his administration. So what are you hearing, Maggie, about what Trump's most interested in and what he's focused on as he's looking to fill out his cabinet?
Yeah, so Manu, I want to caveat this, as we did in that piece, that all of this is heavily asterisked right now. There are lists going around. There are people floating names. Trump is soliciting names. He's suggesting names that he's considering to people. None of this is real until he actually says what he's going to do. And it's notable that he started out by eliminating people with a Saturday Night Truth post about Mike Pompeo and Nikki Haley. He's most interested in a handful of cabinet posts, and that's been the case the whole time. He was not interested in most of his cabinet during his term. He's interested in the Attorney General, the Secretary of Defense, the CIA Director, and he is interested in the Secretary of Homeland Security because that's the piece that deals heavily with immigration, and that is something that he's campaigned on aggressively. What those posts end up looking like really remains to be seen. What we have heard is that there is not a ton of consensus around who could fill any of those spots right now. And unlike what we saw when he was coming in as new president in 2017, there are not a bunch of big names from, established Washington or, prominent companies like Rex Tillerson, the head of ExxonMobil, who became the Secretary of State. This is much more people who are coming from Congress or people who are coming from the states or who are known to Trump. And we'll see what that ends up looking like. They are aware that they have a Senate majority now that makes it easier to get a bunch of people confirmed. But it's still, there's the possibility of losing a bunch of Republican votes if Trump nominates controversial people.
Obviously, you mentioned Attorney General. That clearly is going to be a key thing that he's considering here. One, who do you think is actually his front runner? Do we know who his front runner could be? And two, he talks so much about retaliation against his political enemies on the campaign trail. Is that a real consideration as he weighs his Attorney General pick?
Look, I don't think that there is a clear front runner right now, Manu. There are a bunch of overlapping camps around Trump right now, and they all have to sort of align on a consensus in order for him to go ahead with somebody. There's a bunch of names that you've put up there. I think some are more real than others, but whether those people end up being the person is anybody's guess. Is he serious about retribution? He's been talking about retribution or revenge pretty consistently over the last 2 years, but certainly most of his life. So yes, I expect that will be a thing. You talked earlier in the show about his desire for loyalty, which we heard him ask a number of people about when he was in office previously. That will be the case this time. The constraints on him in terms of what he needs for loyalty, Manu, are a little different because the Supreme Court ruling about presidential immunity for official acts gives him a lot more latitude to do things that people would have stopped him from doing the last time he was president. But he still wants somebody who is going to be basically an extension of him, which Jeff Sessions was just not. Jeff Sessions honored the post-Watergate norm of judicial Justice Department independence. Bill Barr was more in lockstep with Trump in terms of how he viewed the world, but there were things he wouldn't do either. So we'll see what this looks like.
Alrighty here, guys. So yeah, that's what we're looking like. It's kind of crazy. I think that's a wild accusation. It's a little accurate, but it's not like he's out here plotting. It's not like he's out here plotting. But it's looking like I'm having some sound issues here, guys. I'm gonna have to try a different. I'm about to try a different streaming service. It looks like. For some reason, it looks like I'm having some audio issues. And I appreciate you, Jen. Thanks so much for letting me know it's off and on. I don't know what's up. I don't know if it's the microphone. I don't know what's going on, but we'll get it fixed. Thank you guys so much here for tuning in. We're going to keep trying until I get this right. It's just taking a little bit of tweaks, But yeah, thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Let me know what you guys think about this. I'm going to be back on in probably about 5 minutes or so. So, all right, y'all holla at y'all. Have a great day.